Hey Sagittarius, welcome to Sweet Tea Astrology and Tarot. My name is Erica. Welcome to the channel. So glad that you found me. This is your 2017 Heads Up Astrology video forecast for the major astrological transits that will be happening for us in 2017. So, before I get started, we're going to start the year out under the influence of a Mercury retrograde in Capricorn. If you want any information about that, go check out your January forecast that's already been released on the channel. I felt that coming. I'm trying to get a cold. Sorry, y'all. So, Sagittarius, why don't you set a spell so we can talk about your stars? February 9th or 10th, depending on where you live on the planet, we will be experiencing a 22 degree of Leo lunar eclipse. This will be occurring in the 9th house. The 9th house is ruled by Sagittarius, and I like to think of the 9th house as your worldview expanded through study or travel. This covers long-distance trips, higher education, adventures, questing, the study of foreign languages, religion, philosophy, possibly astrology, legal system matters, political matters. It also governs foreign people, foreign places, and foreign things. On the 25th or 26th of February, depending on where you live on the planet, we will be experiencing an 8 degree of Pisces solar eclipse. This is occurring in your 4th house. The 4th house is ruled by Cancer, and that is the house of your home and family, or your roots and your foundations. Home is where you live or where you consider home to be, and family is who you share that home with. That can be your parents, your spouse, your partner, your children, your fur babies, roommates, house guests, housemates. If that's not the case, then possibly roots or foundations. Lunar eclipses are normally associated with closures or endings and can also be sometimes tied to feminine energy. Solar eclipses are more of a growth aspect or a birth aspect, and some associated with masculine energy. Now, March 5th through April the 14th, Venus, the planet of harmony, love, and beauty, also money and resources, is going retrograde in the sign of Aries and then tiptoeing back into the sign of Pisces. So, this is going to be occurring between your 5th house and your 4th house. The 5th house is the house of Leo. That is the house where you have your fingerprints and DNA all over it. It's literally where you have skin in the game. This is the house of your children and where you create your children. This is a house of romance and where you create that romance. It's the house of falling in love. It's the house of creativity and creation, the creative spark or life force. It also covers social life and your social circles and pleasure seeking. Tiptoeing into the 4th house, it goes into home and family, roots, or foundations. Venus also can be dealing with females there as well. You're going to be having a solar eclipse occurring, and then right after the solar eclipse, we're going to be dealing with Venus going retrograde. So, could be dealing with a possible female energy with this Venus retrograde as well. You might have lovers from the past trying to get in contact with you because of Venus going retrograde in the 5th house, or you may be reassessing your romantic relationship. Just depends. If it's not your romance, then it would be your money that you spend on pleasure seeking or your social life, or the money that you spend on your children. Just different ways that it can play out. I try to give an example for each of the houses. Now, April 8th through May the 5th, or May the 2nd, pardon me. April 8th through May the 2nd, Mercury, the planet of thought, movement, and communication, is going to go retrograde in Taurus and tiptoe back into Aries. This is your 6th house and your 5th house. The 6th house is ruled by Virgo, and it's the house of work and health, or the competencies and skills that you bring to the services that you provide. It also governs your day-to-day agenda, your daily to-do list, the daily grind. And the 5th house is that house of creation, artistry, children, romance, social life, and pleasures. Now moving on further into the year, in August we've got our second set of eclipses. August 6th or 7th, depending on where you live on the planet, we're going to have a 15-degree lunar eclipse in Aquarius. This is your third house. The third house is ruled by Gemini. It's the house of communication, short-distance trips, your siblings, your cousins, your neighbors, and your neighborhood, the people who are kind of on the same level as you. Now, communication covers your vehicle, your communication devices, how you speak, how people interpret you, and how you interpret others, among many other things. The path that you take to work, all sorts of stuff. Now, right after this lunar eclipse, we're going to have a Mercury retrograde in Virgo, tiptoe back into Leo. This will be occurring August 11th, and it will last through September the 4th. Now, I'm just giving the dates of the actual retrograde period. There's shadow before and there's shadow after, but we'll talk about that in each monthly video as we go along. This Mercury retrograde is going on in between your 10th house and your 9th house. The 10th house is the house that's ruled by Capricorn. It's the house of your career, your status, and your reputation. It also just deals with your destiny and possibly the authorities. It can be the authorities in your life, the authorities in their fields of expertise, so dealing with experts. It could also be dealing with just the authorities in general. 9th house is where you had that lunar eclipse in February, long-distance trips, adventures in questing, higher education. The worldview expanded through study or travel. So going in between that stage that you approach the world on and how the world knows you, to your worldview expanded through study or travel. And during this Mercury retrograde, we're going to experience a solar eclipse in your 9th house. You've experienced a lunar eclipse in that 9th house at the beginning of the year in February, and in August you're going to have a solar eclipse there as well. August 20th or 21st, depending on where you live on the planet, we're going to have a 28-degree of Leo solar eclipse in the 9th house. That 9th house of higher education, foreign people, foreign places, foreign things, religion, philosophy, astrology, those types of things. As once again, solar eclipses, new growth, new birth, life force energy. Lunar eclipses, closures, endings, changes. And eclipses bring changes, whether we like them or not. Now, in October, we're going to have Jupiter, the planet of increase, expansion, and excess, also possibly achievement, moving into Scorpio. This is your 12th house. The 12th house is what I like to think of as the darkest recesses of the mind. It is the house of secret enemies. It's the house of secrets. It's the house of secrets that you keep from yourself or others through repressive means. It's the house of limitations and your self-undoing. It's also a karmic house, and it's the house of dreams. Now, Jupiter moving into the 12th house could be that you are dealing with a lot of secret enemies. It could be that you're dealing with karma. It could be good or bad, just depending on the seeds that you've sown. It could be dealing with your own self-undoing. You could be stepping on landmines that you planted for other people and you're getting them instead. It really depends. But that 12th house, Jupiter being there, it's going to be an expansion. So if you are prone to insomnia, then you're going to be experiencing more insomnia. If you're prone to secrets, then there will be more secrets. If you're prone to self-limitations, then there will be more. So, forewarned is forearmed, Sagittarius. Now, December 2nd through the 21st, we've got our final Mercury retrograde of the year, and it will be occurring in your sign. So you are going to feel very foggy-headed in December. It's going to be difficult for you to communicate. Driving may be very difficult for you. Be careful behind the wheel, because Mercury going retrograde in your first house, that is your physical body. I'm concerned about the way that you move and the way that you drive, so be careful. Also be careful with your speech, but I see it more dealing with the physical body. December 19th or the 20th, depending on where you live on the planet, we've got Saturn moving into Capricorn. And this is celebration time for you, Sagittarius, because Saturn has been in your sign since the end of 2014. You got a break during the summer of 2015, or no, 2016. Because I'm getting my dates mixed up. I don't have it written down. But you got a break when Saturn retrograded from Sagittarius back into Scorpio. I think that was 2015. I'm getting Saturn and Mars mixed up because Mars did a retrograde in your sign this year earlier as well, from Sagittarius to Scorpio. Regardless, a lot more information than you probably care to know about. But if you are interested, go check your older videos because there's information there. Saturn is the taskmaster. Saturn is the planet that represents it's limitation, structure, and containment. I like to think of Saturn as the planet that will dissolve whatever is not built on solid structure. So, this is going into your second house, Sagittarius. Saturn moving into your second house it's like, yay, it's out of Sagittarius, but it's moving into your second house, and this is going to be an extended period for you. The second house is ruled by Taurus, and it's the house of your money. It's the house of your possessions and your earning ability and your self-esteem. So, Saturn being in your second house, if you aren't earning your money in a solid way, then that's going to be exposed, and you're going to feel vulnerable and weak. If your self-esteem is nothing more than hidden behind your ego, then you're probably going to have your bubble burst at some point. Your earning ability, there will be a containment on you in that area to make you focus on where you spend your resources. So it's going to feel like an extended period of ugh, but it will pass. So, that's what's going on for 2017, Sagittarius. What I'm going to do now is pull for you 4 cards from the Sage Goddess Gemstone Oracle deck to round out this reading for you. These cards have been very expressive for this series of readings. In the majority of my videos, I've had at least 1 card pop, or fall out, or fly out of the deck in some way. Just like that one flew sideways. So I'm going to cut and get the other 3 cards for you. Okay, Sagittarius, let's see what you got. The first card is Rose Quartz, and it deals with love and heart healing. Rose Quartz can help heal and amplify the heart chakra vibrations. It reads, Rose Quartz is a stone of universal love energy. It draws love to the bearer and brings peace during times of transition and eases heartache. You have pulled this card because your heart space needs healing in order to love and receive love. Meditate with Rose Quartz to lower your walls, initiate self-love, and love others more deeply. The next card that you received is the Smoky Quartz card. This deals with transmutation of negative energy and clearing. This can help heal and amplify the vibrations of your root chakra. It reads, Smoky Quartz offers protection, clearing, and transmutation of negative energy. It purifies places, spaces, and auras. You've pulled this card because you need deep purification and help in attuning the lower vibrations in your home, your place of work, or otherwise. Meditate with Smoky Quartz to receive its clearing powers. Actively allow it to absorb what your body or space cannot hold. And that's very interesting because you've got stuff dealing with career and home. And this is talking about the clearing of those energy spaces. You may want to invest in some Smoky Quartz if you are a gemstone collector. I am. The third card that you got was Lapis Lazuli. It deals with insight, honesty, and regality. It can help heal and amplify the vibrations of your third eye chakra. Lapis Lazuli brings good luck, fortune, and a regal sensibility, invoking your inner king or queen. You have pulled this card because you need a reminder to walk with your head held high in mind, body, and spirit. Meditate with lapis lazuli to invoke a spirit of confidence, to connect deeply to your past lives, and to speak your truth with assurance. You will be having a third house lunar eclipse in August. That is about speaking your truth. Speak your truth in love, though, Sagittarius. The final card that I received for you is Pink Agate. It deals with transformation, peaceful change, and soul path. It can help heal and amplify the vibrations of your heart chakra. Pink Agate summons your muse and helps bring your unique gifts forward in the world in order to be of service to those around you. You have pulled this card because you are going through a major life change or have strayed from your soul's path. So meditate with Pink Agate to feel a sense of refuge, to get back on track, and to act in service to the collective. A lot of heart chakra stuff here as well. You've got 5th house energy with especially the Venus and Mercury retrograde in the spring to early summer. The heart chakra speaks to the Leo eclipses as well, and the Leo energy, because Leo rules the heart. So, Sagittarius, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please like, share, and subscribe. And if you already have, I thank you from the bottom of my very grateful heart. I hope that you are well, and I hope that 2017 brings you an abundance of prosperity and luck and love and all good things and positive energy. I'm wearing the Sriracha Red Rooster shirt because 2017 is the year of the fire rooster, and I hope that that helps to bring some fiery, wonderful energy to you as well, because you are a fire sign. So, you'll see me for the mid-month January videos very soon, but I've got to finish this series first, so for me to do that, I have to stop rambling now. So take care of yourself, Sagittarius, and I'll see you soon. But until then, I hope you're well, and namaste, y'all. Bye.